Darcy's Corner again. And by the way, I don't if I don't get a response to this video, that's okay. This is so awkward. I'm using my cell phone as a camera, and I don't know where to look so that it looks like I'm looking into the camera. That's always nice to get that kind of screenshot. And then I'm learning little other technical skills like turning the camera on its side, and if that improves the image or not. So anyway, it's enough of a ramble. Hopefully this works the way I want it to, and this will be my only take. Anyway, Darcy's Corner. I just finished watching a Blair White video, and I've been watching her off and on for years now, and sometimes she kind of makes me mad because she really takes for granted some of the true blessings that she has, and she's just such a sweet girl, you know. And I'm saying that to because I don't mean to be picking fights with her, and she will probably never see this or respond to it anyways. I have 3 followers. It's okay. I'm not a YouTube sensation, and that's fine. I don't really need fame. I have enough problems. So why am I sharing this? At the very end of her video, and she's talking about the difference in the trans community of the different shades of trans that there are, and how like when she was 5, she had this issue that some of us in the trans community didn't really have in that same way at 5. And she's saying, so actual trans people are being hurt by. It's like, oh, why did you have to add that? Yes, I will agree. There's different categories in the trans community, and transgender is a very generic freaking term. Okay, it does not really encapsulate things the way that they are for us. And anyway, transgender is a very umbrella term. It kind of covers everything. And it's kind of like the way pansexual covers everything, but that doesn't mean every pansexual is attracted to everything. Um, anyway, transgender is it's a spectrum, and you just happen to be at the one end, and that doesn't mean that wasn't hard or that you're the depression that would come with that and the overwhelming sadness would not, like, I'm sure that was horrible because I have felt that, but later in adulthood I did not feel that when I was a child. But when I was a child, you know what I did feel? I said I wanted that thing over there. And that thing was flashy and neon and it was for chicks. And I don't know what the hell it was even today. I just know I wanted it. And when my parents told me I couldn't have it because it was for girls, in that moment, I'm like, well, I'm a girl right now. That was the thought that was in my head. And that thought stayed with me my entire life. I just didn't know how to pursue that as a teenager or as a youth. Like, there was no way for me to access that part of my personality safely in an area where, like, I wasn't going to get hurt or AIDS or whatever. Those were the fears that we had in the 80s and 90s, was if you do this, you will get AIDS. If you do this, bad things will happen to you and you will be ostracized by life. So we didn't, because we didn't know. And honestly, because it's a fantasy that's in your head, it comes and goes, you're like, maybe it'll just go away. Maybe I can just ignore it. And you try and ignore it. And it comes back, and it comes back, and it comes back, and you get angry, and you get bitter. And it's just temporary. It's temporary insanity. But it's going to happen over and over and over and over again. So those dysphoric moments that you had when you were 5, now we get those, but we're fucking 40. But we still get them. They just happen later. And obviously, I can't speak for everybody, right? I'm not everybody. I don't qualify as everybody. But that's what happened to me. And I've been to enough different support meetings now and heard other people going, oh, hey, this is a common thing that happens to us. We just never freaking knew about it before. Like, we just needed a larger sample size to go, oh, this is a normal thing for this type of person who's got this type of dysphoria. They all did that. Look, there's millions of them. That's how we know it's common. Like, that's how we know we're not crazy. Like, oh, she did that too. That was in her also. She just didn't tell anybody. Anyway, that's my response to your response of an actual transsexual. Trust me, we did not choose this either. Okay, the idea that making our lives into a freak show for our friends and family was going to be a fun thing to do? No. If we could flip a damn switch, we would. And if we could have done what you did at 5, we would have. We just didn't know it was an option. No one ever told us. We weren't asked. Anyway, this is one non-binary. Telling you, that's how it feels. Love and love.